as you are. Pay attention. The shape of an L on her forehead. Pumpkin sit. Pumpkin sit. Firecracker sit. Good boy. Sit. Good boy.
Guess we can rest a bit.
I know it sounds sordid, but you'll be rewarded when at last I am given my dues. With injustice deliciously square, be prepared. Welcome back, Mangler3. I'm here. We're going to continue with Genshin Impact. We have some more things unlocked. I also want to continue the quest we were in the middle of last time with getting tea and getting building that stage. So I will get that ready. It sounded like the game was going. Alright. There we go. Brew tea with Jinju. Hey, why isn't it... Hold on one second. Funny how this works. You plug it in and you think it's an automatic thing? Apparently. Alright. Ms. Yoon, I was wondering why Eerie refused to build a new stage despite all its benefits. Now I see why. Thanks for the clever choice of topic. I understand his nostalgia. Yes, I really do. But I didn't expect him to have held on to that for decades. Now we know the reason behind it. I don't get it. This is an old story, but since you're involved, I guess it won't hurt to tell you. Fan Arie used to be an opera singer when he was young, and he often performed together with Granny Roxen. They would usually play a couple. Perhaps Arie wanted it to be real, but Granny Roxen had feelings for someone else. Later, she grew tired of stage performance and then decided to go to Kinshe Village with the one she loved. But that person didn't make it to Kinshe Village with Granny Roxen, leaving her to live alone in the village ever since. Knowing that I often visit her, Arie would ask me about her from time to time. I can tell that he still cares for Granny Roxen. He sees the stage as a symbol of their past and thus doesn't want to tear it down. Since the stage means so much to Arie, he's not gonna let us build a new one. Guess all our efforts are wasted. That's not necessarily the case. I have a way to change his mind. Give me some time, Ms. Liu Shu. Really? As long as the stage gets repaired, I'll be in your debt, Ms. Yoon. I don't ask for too much. Please tell Ring of Raining Blades to its very end. I guess that's her musical. Mangler3M, you can join me if you want. Somehow, Yoonjin feels very different than usual. Our tea house was collaborated with the Yunhan opera troupe for decades. Ms. Yoon would naturally feel more approachable around us. No problem. I'll make some time and tell the story just for you. Alright, now that we've finished the tea, it's time to talk to Arie. Arie, when we were drinking tea, I suddenly remembered what Granny Roxen told me. Oh, what did she say? She said, Arie always loves to make things difficult for himself. I feel sad about that. She truly understands me. But it seems that she doesn't miss the old stage. I'm the only person who can't let go. What a fool I was to be obsessed with this stage. Alright, we can rebuild it as you want. It's a touching thing to have kept that stage for so many years. I don't find it foolish at all. Please don't think of it that way. The stage must be rebuilt, but we mustn't damage what Uriye wants to preserve in memory. So you finally made your decision? Great, I'll start working it right away. Here, take a look at my blueprint. The grand stage of the Jade Chamber was built based on it. According to the design, we need to tear down the walls on the two sides and... Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I think we need to repair the stage instead of building something entirely new. Since the problem is caused by the squeaky wood floor, why don't we repair the floor first? As for the rest, we can talk about it later. What do you think, Ms. Lusu? As long as the stage won't affect performance, I have no objections to Ms. Yoon and Uriye's arrangements. Huh, is that all you want? So you don't need me to build a new stage? I agree. Ms. Yoon's idea is a good one. As it happens, we don't need to buy the planks. We can find some at the docks. May I trouble you to bring the planks, Mangler? I'll pay you for everything in full later. That works for me. Alright then, leave everything to me. That was it? We have to go all the way back? Going uphill, teleporting. Ms. Yoon really understands me. Talked to the wrong person. These planks would do. I'll start right away. Nice, the stage has been repaired. Nothing seems to have changed at all. Young man, since you've traveled all the way from Kinche Village to here, how much should I pay you? I thought it'd be a big job, but you only had to repair a few planks. That wasn't much trouble. I'm new to this line of job, so I won't ask for too much. 2 meals worth of mora would do. That makes 8,000 in total. That's a fair price. Good, I can only offer 2,000. What? Oh, why do you ask me to do it for free? Why do you ask me to do it for free? This is Uriye for you. He has a 50-50 principle going. Well, it means 50% off first, then 50% off again, making it 75% off in total is rather, economical. Oh my, your boss is really stingy. You only repaired a few planks. I'll only offer 2,000, not a single more or more. Guess I'll have to take it since this is my first commission. Remember to put in a good word for Fond Mood Carpenters with your audience. You can count on me. And my young friend here, thanks to you, you'll be handsomely paid. How about this blueprint? Look at all the details. It must be worth a fortune. Haha, to run a tea house I'll have to pinch pennies here and there. And Ms. Yoon, you solved the problem for me on your visit. How should I thank you? It won't be necessary. I'm glad that I was able to help. I had wanted to invite Xinyan to go to a rock and roll performance. Oh, you need me to do some explaining for you while you go to the show, right? Don't say that. I just haven't seen my friend Xinyan for some time and miss her very much, that's all. If the people from the Yunhan Opera Troupe ask about my whereabouts, please... Got it, I have the answer ready. Oh, you're asking about Ms. Yoon. She came to visit Xinyan, and they did embroidery together. That's what I'm going to tell them. You like this one? Yes, I do, and it's decided now. I guess that was it. I thought it was going to open up a concert or something. That's weird. Alright, anyway, so we were going to do the Wind Bloom stuff. Let's start with encounters. Act 2. Last time we did Act 1. Hopefully we can also open Act 2. Now wait until 8 o'clock 2 days later. I wonder why they do it. Welcome, Jexi. Did you know that there's a food that will give you stamina boost for 15 minutes? No, I did not know that. What kind of food is it? Most of the food things I saw were like really short. I've never seen one that's 15. That'd be good for like climbing big distances or mountains or stuff like that. There's a girl in Stormbearer Point on Mondstadt Cliff that will give you recipes. Cool. I'll have to check that out. Stormbearer Point in Mondstadt. Okay.
Today's
the day! Let's go meet up with Sucrose!
How are you doing today, Jexi?
Sucrose, we're here! Oh, Traveler, Paimon. I only just arrived myself, so I'm still getting ready. Ah, and Kale just passed by a moment ago. She said she had some things to sort out at the inn where she's staying, but she'll meet up with us when she's done. Apparently, Tighnari and Cyno both went out, but she stayed behind because she wanted to help us.
Understood. How has progress been on your end? Good, I'm new in this game. I've been playing for like 3 days, and I'm still at AR 30. That in just 3 days getting to 30 is really good. I remember when I started, I was in Mondstadt and the area around it for like months until somebody went on the stream and said, oh, by the way, you can go outside of this area. And I was absolutely shocked to find out that the whole world was like 10 times bigger. I believe that. It's very addicting. Totally understandable. One of the things I like about this one is you don't have to do it all at once. You can just do one quest at a time, one thing at a time, and it remembers your progress. So that's one of the things I like about it.
Not too bad. After reviewing it again with fresh eyes, I came up with a new theory which seems to hold some water. I'll attempt to explain it as simply as I can.
Have you figured out the wishes, how to get wishes and all that for new characters yet?
I believe that each of the 4 things in the prophecy refers to a different field of knowledge. So, in a way, the prophecy is a test of the reader's intelligence. But it's unlikely for any one person to have expertise in all these different areas. So I suggest that we seek out one expert from each and get their opinion.
Whoa, that's weird. Screen went away.
Also,
That's
in
never
2
happened
out of the
before.
4 areas, the prophecy seems to want us to find specific people. It may even turn out that the people themselves are the answers. So it sounds like we should put our heads together and list out the people who can help us. Exactly. I think we can go through each riddle in turn and generate 4 groups of names to match the 4 questions.
I haven't wished yet, just using free characters. Yeah, no problem. You don't need to do wishes. I was just wondering if you had tried it yet. But yeah, no rush. Just keep saving up your rewards until you kind of know what you're doing. You're going to get so many rewards over the course of this game. You'll have plenty of time to do whatever you want with new characters. You can use the free characters forever if you want. There's really no rules as far as you have to get new characters. That makes sense. It took a long time before I even got my first 5-star.
Spirit was a flower that is not of this world. Personally, I would still go with Albedo for this one. It's not quite as simple as that.
Perhaps an astrologer then? Like Mona?
Oh, you mean Mona? Yeah, she definitely counts. Mona. Yes, she certainly seems very confident, and she can use her astrology to guide people. Would Bennett count?
Huh? Why him?
Well, his luck's so bad that as long as you go in the opposite direction from him, you'll always be going the right way, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I see. I suppose I can't argue with that logic. Add him to the list. Finding everyone won't take long, so one extra person won't hurt. I know. Would Outrider Amber be a valid candidate for this category as well? Yeah, she would! She's got a great sense of direction after all. As a matter of fact, when the Traveler and Paimon first came to Mondstadt, she was actually the one who gave us directions! Yes, she's certainly a good guide. Is there anyone else? Let me think. Yes, I believe there may be one more. Albedo once made a set of equipment for Mika from the Reconnaissance Company. He's their surveyor, and an exceptional pathfinder.
Sorry for that hiccup. I don't know what happened. We lost internet for about 5 seconds.
So, in my view, he's highly unlikely to lose his way, and would be very good at helping others find theirs. Cool! Another one for our list! Wait, Kale should have been here by now. Wonder what's taking her so long. Sorry, could we continue our chat somewhere else? Oh, you wanna go see how she's doing, right? Sure, let's all go.
Riddle amidst the clouds. Let's find Kale. Because she's near the entrance of...
Hi, Kale. Hope we're not intruding or anything. Is everything okay? Sucrose! I was preparing some stuff. Is it time already? Oh no, I'm sorry.
Kale seems to be wrapping gifts, and now she's frantically trying to hide it. I wonder who they're for.
Don't worry. The Traveler and I only just met up. We were just worried that you might get lost along the way, so we thought that we'd come get you. Thank you. I'm ready to join you now. How's that thing going?
Sucrose tells her about the 4 riddles and the results.
So let's pick up where we left off. Next up is the third line. One who would never lie. Anyone spring to mind?
Maybe Diluc? Although Diluc has a second persona that he's lying about all the time.
You really think so? Seems like it would be pretty difficult for someone in his position to avoid having to lie.
Ah yes, his secret alter ego, the Dark Knigget hero. He must have to deny it if anyone asks. In that sense, he has a complicated relationship with the truth.
Then what about Kaya? He's a cavalry captain and a rather popular figure, but... You think there's something fishy about him too, huh? Yeah, he's definitely a sneaky one. Bet he lies all the time. I can't help but agree with you there. There's the tone-deaf bard. Ugh. But on second thought, he wouldn't qualify either. He talks way too much nonsense. Is there anyone else we're missing?
How about Barbara?
Acting Grandmaster Jean? She has a good name in that regard. But From what I know, she sometimes covers up the truth out of concern for those around her. For example, when Lisa loses track of time in the library and misses her patrol shift, she'll come up with some excuse, like Lisa's ill today. Also,
How would she know that?
sometimes makes up stories to get Lee to behave. Like the one about the big monster that comes to catch naughty kids who don't go to bed on time. Do you think that rules her out?
Yeah.
White lies are still lies, but do we really have to reject her because of some harmless fibs? It's not like she had evil intentions.
What about Sino? Does he ever lie? This prophecy seems very strict.
No, we're the ones being strict.
Rosaria doesn't strike me as the type of person to lie. Oh, Kale, you probably haven't met her yet, have you? She's a sister from the church who looks, a little scary, not very sociable.
What gives you that impression?
She stopped by the alchemy bench once, a long time ago, and asked me about Albedo. I thought maybe she was trying to find him, for work or something. But when I asked, she just said that she was curious about him because he was so intelligent, and wanted to talk to his assistant to find out what he was like. A lot of people might have given a more tactful justification, but I could see in her face that she wasn't trying to hide anything. She was just very direct and straightforward. That's why I don't think of her as the lying type.
Rosaria doesn't look like the sort of person you'd want to get into a fight with. Maybe she just fights her way out of situations that some people might lie to get out of.
I can definitely see that. I've also heard the other sisters say that Rosaria doesn't even make excuses when she skips choir. She just doesn't show up.
She's a tough cookie, huh? Let's put her name down. In that case, I think Sino fits in this list too.
Yeah, there's Sino. I voted for him.
Lying's probably more trouble than it's worth for someone like him. Kinda like with Rosaria. Oh, and Paimon also nominates Razor. Bet he couldn't lie to save his life.
I've also got someone else in mind. Noelle, the trainee knight. She's a very honest person. I don't think she'd tell a lie.
Alrighty, write her name down too.
Wait, there's one more person. You know, our long-standing staffer at the alchemy bench.
Timaeus.
Huh? You mean Timaeus?
Yes, him. Truth be told, he's been love-struck recently. He swore that he wouldn't say a dishonest word or slack off until he succeeds in getting the woman he loves.
Timaeus has a crush?
Yes, that's right.
Well, who is it? Do you know her?
Maybe just never let him get her.
I've never met her. All I know is that she's from Liyue. Timaeus says that she's fun, has a great personality, and is very, very good looking.
All great qualities, but that says nothing about her identity.
Since we're on the topic, helping Timaeus win the lady of his dreams was also one of my goals for this Windbloom Festival.
But how can we help with that?
I don't know. Make sure he uses nice paper and a fancy envelope when he sends letters to her. Help him pick a nice gift and wrap it properly. That sort of thing.
Yeah. I had the same situation once in the Avidia Forest. I helped another forest ranger out by delivering a love letter to the coworker she likes.
Yep, that sort of thing exactly. Oh, also, I helped him with some of the groundwork for one of his research projects. He must have appreciated it, because he gave me a refrigeration device that he's been developing as a thank you gift.
Is it any good?
I mean, it looks nice.
Sounds like a no. Alright, guess we'll put Loverboy down on the list then.
Okay, so last of all, we have a legend that never ends. Anyone come to mind for this particular line?
Mangler 3M. And my twin sister.
Lisa, perhaps? A librarian understands books best, and aren't most legends written down somewhere?
Not necessarily, but you have a point.
When I think about legends, fairy tales and picture books come to mind.
Maybe Kai. She read a lot of fairy tales when Tainari was teaching her to read.
Oh,
Do I count?
of course you do. I'll put you on the list.
Are you eligible for this one, Sucrose?
I prefer to read things like an illustrated analysis of alchemical substances and their uses, the fascinating principles of crafting, and hypotheses of life.
Point taken. Paimon, understand any of those.
Klee might be a good choice. Her mother, Alice, is a renowned traveling author, so I'll bet she's been exposed to all sorts of myths and legends.
Alright then, Klee makes the short list.
Well, that should just about do it. Next up, we should go and ask the people on the list about the prophecy.
Do we have to ask absolutely everyone on the list?
It is. So, I was thinking that perhaps we should split up. That might make our search more effective.
Okie dokie.
Also, I've thought of a method of gathering feedback.
Sucrose shares her idea with everyone.
No problem, we can do that.
You and the Traveler are practically joined at the hip, so you two can go together. I'll pair up with Kale.
Capable Kale and sensible Sucrose. Sounds like a winning combination. Okay, I promise I'll help. Capable Kale. Yeah, I got this.
It's stuck with
Rest assured
Paimon.
that the unbeatable Traveler and Paimon will do our part too. Off we go.
I plan on starting from the person with the most defined stronghold. So let's go to the library. Lisa should be there.
Stronghold. That's an, interesting word to use.
Maybe den? No, that's even worse.
How about layer?
Here we are. Lisa's lair.
Oh no, that was a bad word choice. Now Sucrose is using it. It's all my fault.
Lisa, might I ask if... Huh?
She's not there. Oh, lots of people are there instead. Kainari, Sino,
Kale,
Albedo.
what are you doing here? I can only sucrose that they were Kale-ing on someone. At least that's as far as I know.
Oh, please, just stop it with these puns. I beg you. Are you trying to win worldwide fame for unfunny jokes?
Is Lisa not here at the moment?
She's over in your land.
Surprising, isn't it? She went out. I'm afraid it's just us here looking for information.
Except me. I'm not here for information. Like you, I came here for an abortive search for the librarian, who is also my academia senior.
Oh, so you studied in the same darshan as Lisa?
That's right. Her mentor in Sumeru was also my benefactor. We were both Spontamod students.
Wow, that's cool. But wait, we're getting sidetracked. We came here to look for some information. Kale and I are investigating a prophecy, and we were hoping you all might be able to help.
Oh? What sort of prophecy?
They take turn explaining the prophecy and the information they compiled with the Traveler.
I see. You want to ask them about the flower that is not of this world, and me about the one who would never lie.
But there's no rush. You don't need to answer right away. We're just here to tell you about the situation. You can take your time to think it over and submit any thoughts you have in written form to the Sucrose mailbox.
The Sucrose mailbox?
Yep. I was thinking about it on the way. And although they seem like trick questions, there's a lot to mull over once you get down to the details. A quick answer off the top of your head might not go into enough depth. So, I decided to place a mailbox next to the alchemy crafting table. Everyone can submit their written answers there when they're ready. We don't have to call it the Sucrose mailbox, though. It could just as well be called the Sucrose and Kale mailbox. Or even the Sucrose, Kale, Traveler, and Paimon mailbox.
I think in this case, we can just go with your quick answer off the top of your head.
Sounds like a good solution. Certainly more reliable than verbal discussion alone.
Agreed. Certainly when it comes to discerning whether someone is a liar or not, you cannot simply take them at their word.
Understood. Once we've had a look into it, we'll place our replies into your mailbox.
Thank you all so much. Okay, let's tick them off the list and carry on working our way down.
Already done.
I'm pleasantly surprised to see those two introverts getting along so well.
Do you get the feeling that Kale's return to Mondstadt has emboldened her more contrarian side?
Yes, I'd noticed that too.
Traveling and meeting old friends are both good for the body and soul. And isn't rediscovering one's youth while revisiting old haunts a worthwhile pursuit?
When I first met Kale, she'd never known happiness or youth, but things are different now. Her Elazar being cured was a huge milestone in her life.
Kale is a very sensitive and introverted child. I'm sure you must have noticed that too, Albedo. From the time she's been in my care, I've observed that she's actually a very lively character by nature. But she had a very rough start in life, and it changed her.
So, might I assume that your
I wonder
respective
if
claims
introverts
of
are more
looking
sensitive.
for plants and artists in Mondstadt were just pretexts?
I think so.
I wouldn't say that. Both Kale and Genius Invocation TCG are very important to me.
Would it really kill you to just say yes in this situation?
Fine. Yes. We came out of concern for Kale. She's been back to Mondstadt of her own accord several times, but it has led to no significant improvement in her mood.
Well, it won't hurt to give her some more time. I believe that Sucrose might be able to help her.
Sounds like an extension of your own self-confidence as your teacher.
You could say that. In a similar vein, I've heard that Sumeru scholars often build their social relationships based on their academic ones. Is that true?
I suppose it might look like that from your perspective. Sumeru society is something of a special case. The reason it is known as the City of Learning is because all of its resources are in some way linked to academia. As such, academic resources equate to social capital. It is not unheard of, for example, for people to build a family in order to pursue further studies. But the relationship between the three of us is not an academic one turned social. We've never even worked on a paper together for starters.
Oh, so the academic paper is the nexus of the academic family.
I would think of us more as siblings. An equal and pure relationship, unaffected by academic considerations.
As much as I prefer not to admit it, that statement is not inaccurate.
He's talking like Tyler.
I can understand that
You're
position.
not wrong.
I have a younger sister myself, and it's only natural for me to be What you described fits the idea of a city of learning, as I imagine it. The family is where all social relationships intersect. As such, By the way, who's the eldest between you?
Let's not go down this rabbit hole, please.
In terms of age, I'm the eldest, of course. He just doesn't want to admit it.
But your mental age is younger than that. I dare say even by enough to be the youngest sibling. Perhaps I could bring Kale into this happy family to be your elder sister.
No. You will never see me admit to being the youngest sibling. Except perhaps as a last-ditch effort to turn the tables in a game of cards.
After bidding farewell to Sucrose and Kale,
Guess we'll leave Kale and Sucrose to it. Fingers crossed all goes well for them. Now then, where should we go first? Let's try our luck at the bulletin board, shall we? A lot of people tend to show up there at some point in the day. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Today's recommendation is many bargains during the Windbloom Festival.
Nice! Just as we hoped. There's a load of people here.
there's Lisa.
Huh?
She's back.
Even Lisa's here.
Changed clothes too. Hi everyone, long time no
Hey
see.
there, Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while. How have you been?
We've been doing pretty well.
You look surprised, cuties. Is it because of me?
Teacher is not at the usual place.
Oh, please. It's not as if I'm glued to my chair. I like to get out for a little fresh air every once in a while. Mika's here today, so I thought it'd be a good time to introduce him to Bennett and Razor. They're all out and about quite often, so it's helpful for them to get to know one another.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mika.
Hi Mika, good to meet you. Good to see you again.
I look forward to working with you.
No need to be so formal. We've known them for ages. They're cool.
Windbloom. Fun?
Actually, we haven't gotten to the fun part yet. We've been busy investigating a prophecy.
A prophecy? What kind?
A good one or a bad one?
Explain the prophecy and tell everyone what you've learned so far.
That all sounds quite fascinating.
I can't believe I made it onto your list of names. You really think I'll be able to help?
Believe in yourself. Right. Believe in yourself. You're a first-rate adventurer, Bennett.
Okay, then in that case, I'll step up and present my thoughts on the matter. Except I forgot I'm not really good at organizing my thoughts. Oops.
Oh, there's no need to tell us all of your thoughts right here and now. Sucrose said she'll put a mailbox next to the crafting bench, so you can just write down your thoughts when they come to you, and drop them there.
A meticulous and efficient plan. Yep, that sounds like Sucrose.
I will think also. Give me some time.
You still have other people on your list that you need to go see, right? We should leave you to it. Don't worry about us. We'll drop off our letters at the mailbox as soon as we're done.
Okay, bye for now. Let's head over to Star Snatch Cliff next. Maybe we'll be able to find some people there. And even if we don't find any familiar faces, you can see really far from up at the top. Maybe we can find people that way.
Oh, you're working so hard. Do be sure to get some rest when you can. If you get tired, you know you're always welcome to visit me for a break and a cup of tea.
At that moment, they arrived at Stormbearer Mountains.
Where to next? Let me check my notes.
Huh, this way.
Got it. Kali, please follow me. Oh, it's our lucky day. There are several people over there.
Amber? Wow, and Eula's with her too.
Amber is her bestest best friend.
Oh, it's Sucrose! And Klee also spies. The girl with the long scarf.
Kali, we were just talking about you. Ah, right. I don't think you've been introduced to Noelle before. Kali, this is Noelle, maid of the Knights of Favonius. Nice to meet you, Kali. I missed you the last few times you were in Mondstadt, so I'm glad to finally meet you in person.
Oh, nice to meet you too, Noelle. My name is Kali.
But you already knew that.
Relax, you two. There's no need to be so courteous. We're not on some kind of diplomatic mission here.
Klee, what are you doing here? Are you planning to blast some fish?
Nope. Klee's on patrol with the other knights.
Huh. Now that you mention it, it looks like everyone here is a Knight of Favonius except for Kali and me.
I heard that there was a very young knight in the rings, but it's still a surprise to see with my own eyes. Kali, what do you do? I'm a trainee forest ranger in the Avidia Forest. Trainee? It means I'm not officially a fully qualified forest watcher yet. I'm still learning.
Oh, you're just like me. I'm still working towards becoming a fully qualified knight.
Technically, though the distinction is hardly relevant right now. This isn't a very formal patrol. We're just chatting.
Don't panic, Collie. Just pick a topic and join the conversation. Don't panic. Whatever you do, don't panic. It's just Amber and her friends. There's no need to be nervous.
Let me guess. Were you chatting about the new guests in town?
Yep. A few folks from Sumeru have come to visit, so we're brainstorming a few nice surprises for them.
Amber!
Sorry, at least I didn't say anything about what the surprises are.
Oh no. How am I supposed to join this conversation now? What do I say to that?
Speaking of nice surprises, we've actually had a fairly big one recently.
What kind of surprise? Tell me! I'm saved. Sucrose has given me a lead-in. Now, I just need to follow on from what she's already started talking about.
They tell everyone about the nice surprise they're working on.
What an interesting prophecy. I have no idea what the answers could be, though.
So quickly I didn't even see what it was.
So essentially, you're gathering information to help you solve the riddles, correct? I'll do my best to help.
Thank you so much, Eula.
Anytime.
There's no need to answer right away. We'll put a mailbox next to the crafting bench for people to drop us a note once they've thought of something.
I'll drop something in there for sure.
Nice idea. I think we can all commit to writing a note. We'll see what we can come up with.
Yep, don't worry. You can count on us. But we do have to finish our patrol first.
What route are you taking today?
We started in the Stormbearer Mountains, and we'll end at the city gates. You'd be very welcome to join us, but it sounds like you're pretty busy with all this.
No. Well, there's always next time. We'll join up with you after we're done working through this prophecy.
Oh, yeah, so, we'll be on our way for now.
See you later. Have a safe trip back.
He looks kind of funny.
Are you okay, Collie?
Was it that obvious?
No, not at all. It just looked like you had something on your mind.
So that means it was obvious.
Whatever's bothering you, you can talk to me about it if you want. I'm happy to help.
Thanks, Sucrose. Well, the truth is, I don't really know how to act around Amber and the others.
Really? I thought you two were good friends.
We are. Amber's a really important friend to me. I don't know. I guess if I'm being completely honest, the problem's probably with me. The first time I came to Mondstadt, I was really immature. I didn't want to let people in, and I was generally pretty awful to everyone. Amber was the one person who didn't give up on me, and if it wasn't for her persistence, I wouldn't have found a friend at all. Without Amber, I might not even be here today. And because of that, I really look up to her. I think of her as my role model, and hoped that maybe one day, I could learn to be like her. But after trying and failing for several years, I think I finally realized. I'm no Amber, and I never will be. Looking back, it seems silly that I ever thought like that. We're nothing alike at all. My personality's so... weird. I always get so anxious and I overthink everything.
Aw, Collie, don't say that.
Sucrose? Would it be okay if I told you a bit about my past?
The girls come to a stop at a place with some lovely scenery. As the breeze picks up, Collie tells her life story from childhood till the recent recovery from Eleazar.
I already knew bits and pieces about her, but still, why did she have to go through all that?
I'm sorry. We've only just met and I'm already dumping all of this on you. This is why I get so frustrated at myself. I'm always doing this. I get into a spiral of self-doubt, and then I end up having to find somewhere to vent it all out.
But I found you and you have the same color hair as me, so now we're best friends.
No, it's fine. really glad that you're willing to tell me all this. People don't open up about their deepest feelings unless they really trust the other person. Don't you think? At least, I think it's kind of an honor. And, I mean, you've probably noticed by now, but I don't have the best social skills either. I always just end up talking about the things I'm interested in, and going on and on. But even so, you still listen to me when I talk my head off about alchemy. It's a relief to listen to you talking about yourself for once. If you hadn't told me all of those things, I never would have guessed that you struggle so much. Honestly, I feel like we're very similar people.
Told ya.
Really? Yeah. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. I certainly do. All the feelings that you talked about just now, I totally get it. It takes so much more effort for us introverts to fit into a crowd. When you were saying about how you try to think about what to say in advance, and you're constantly terrified of saying the wrong thing and making things awkward, I relate to that so much. Oh, and also that part about studying under a genius. In fact, before meeting you, I'd never met anyone who seemed so similar to myself. Oh. I'm not very good at giving words of comfort or anything. And I'm not gonna tell you to just get over it or stop worrying about it. How about we just sit here for a little while? We don't have to force a conversation if we can't think of anything. We can just sit here together.
Sucrose has stopped talking, but for some reason, this doesn't feel awkward at all. Maybe she's right, and we're more similar than I realized. In Sumeru, I always like to find a quiet place to just sit and watch the scenery, but it's always by myself. I never thought there'd be a day when I could do this with someone else by my side. Mondstadt's breeze is so gentle and soft.
Hey, Kali. See that cloud over there? Doesn't it look like one of my test tubes?
I don't think so. Sorry.
Then, maybe we're not quite on the same wavelength on everything. At least, not when it comes to looking at clouds in the sky.
Thank you, Sucrose. I feel much better after talking to you.
Yeah, it helps a lot, doesn't it? I also vent to my flasks sometimes. The next time we get the chance, I have to show you my Tetratanic Sweet Flower and my Tetratanic Windbloom.
Your Tetra... what?
Two of my favorite things I've made. They're really cool. I think you might like them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you'll definitely have to show them to me sometime.
I brought some crackers with me. You want one? There's cheese flavor or tomato flavor.
Sure. I'll try the cheese one.
Aw, look! They're enjoying the scenery together. Shall we go play with them?
No, it's fine. Let them sit for a while.
We're not what Kali needs right now. She needs a new friend. Someone different who's never met her before.
I don't get it.
There is. You'll understand once you're a little older, Klee. People can draw different kinds of strength from different kinds of friends. And right now, Kali needs someone that's just not the same old me.
A new best friend. On the other side, the cold winds sing shrill along the face of Snarsnatch Cliff.
Hopes we find someone we need here.
Help! Oh, I beg you, please don't let go!
Oh my gosh. Is that Rosaria or Duke?
Who's that yelling? Let's hurry take a look. Timaeus? And we also have Rosaria and Mona?
It was
What
Rosaria.
kind of mishmash ensemble is this?
Good question. What kind of a motley crew is this?
It's been a while, Traveler.
Greetings, everyone, and happy Windbloom Festival.
You two are looking pretty good. I trust you've been well.
Yep, we're definitely faring a lot better than this poor guy on the ground.
Hey, please don't rub salt in my wound. I really have been trying my best.
Oh, you're one to talk. If this sister hadn't grabbed you in time, then you would have been seriously hurt, if not dead.
I know. I really am grateful, miss. I can't thank you enough.
Don't mention it. Just lending a hand.
Quite literally. And had she not lent him a hand and pulled him up, he would have gone tumbling down the cliffside.
What happened? Did Timaeus almost fall off the cliff?
Well, so what actually happened was I came to Star Snatch Cliff today to pick some flowers and ran into Mona on the way. She took a look at her scry glass and advised me to turn back because it would be dangerous.
But you still came up here anyway?
Well, yes, I did, because there's something I just had to do.
Oh, I hardly think giving flowers to your crush is worth throwing one's life away for.
It's rare to run into someone with a death wish in this area.
I don't have a death wish. I just didn't think it would really come true. I mean, when Mona said it would be dangerous, I thought I'd be fine as long as I watched my step cautiously. I'm sorry, okay? I was wrong. I'm telling you, I'm just here chasing the love of my life. Love-struck Mondstadters is what the Windbloom Festival's all about.
Okay, that explains you. But why is Rosaria here?
I was looking for a quiet place to escape the crowds. I wasn't planning on having to save a life along the way.
So that's why the scryglass just showed danger instead of fatal danger.
Very funny. Anyway, Traveler and Paimon, what brings the two of you to Star Snatch Cliff?
Just trying our luck. We've got a lot of people we need to see today, so we've been all over the place. Actually, you're some of the people we were looking for.
Huh?
You tell them about the prophecy information gathered so far in the mailbox.
Let's see. So, all we'll need to do is find some clues, make a note, and drop it off at the mailbox?
I can't believe there's a prophecy like this, let alone that I have a part to play in it. Oh, I guess this means everyone will find out about my crush now. I came here because I wanted to give some Cecilias to the girl I love. They'll really suit her. She's...
No one asked. Please, do not subject us to your gushing about your girlfriend.
Oh, you saw right through me.
You said you need clues, right? Well, in that case, Mona Magistus the astrologist will provide you with a personally handwritten letter. Just wait for it to show up in your mailbox.
You can be on your way now. We won't keep you any longer.
Alright, then let's head back for now and meet up with everyone else.
Bye for now, everyone. Timaeus, please try to stay safe.
Will do. This is all so embarrassing. Thank you both.
Go to the alchemy crafting bench, which is really far away. After I take a whole handful of Cecilias. Can't remember which character needs them, but one of them does. Alright. Back.
We're back! Oh, but it looks like you two beat us. Did everything go well? Yep, we managed to find and talk to everybody.
We got back a little early, so we took some time just now to put the mailbox together. We got really lucky today. The vendors were feeling super generous, so we didn't even need to pay for the materials. It's just a shame that Kale got a splinter.
Don't worry about me. I'm used to working in the rainforest. I get splinters all the time. I've already taken care of it.
We've already wrapped up everything on our to-do list for today.
Yeah,
So,
let's see.
all we need to do now is wait for everyone's letters to arrive. Traveler, Paimon, why don't you get some rest while I keep an eye on the mailbox?
You're definitely your master's student, Sucrose. As long as you or Albedo are around, Paimon can relax and know that everything's taken care of.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Wait. Actually, there's one thing that still needs taking care of. Paimon's starving. Hey, Traveler, you wanna get dinner? Your treat.
Alright, I guess I'd better go get Paimon some more food.
I'll go with Sucrose to return the leftover materials to the vendors. You two, go get a proper meal. We can't have anyone going hungry.
Yeah, now would be a good time for a break. Once everything is ready, let's meet up here again and collate all the information we've gathered.
Who's that?
Sounds like a plan.
Hard to tell who that was. You're not there anymore, whoever that was.
Paimon will have this one, and this one, ooh, and this one.
Hear that? It's the sound of Mora pouring out of my wallet.
Hey, Paimon's really hungry! And don't forget, Paimon's also ordering for you too. It's not like Paimon's gonna eat everything by herself.
Now that she mentions it, you realize that you too are ravenous. The two of you stuff your faces.
Ooh, Paimon is super full.
Feels pretty good to just relax and take in the scenery after all that great
Everything
food.
packed up and ready? What do you think about meeting up at 5 to go to my house?
Yes, everything's ready. I've packed some great wine and smoked ham. Oh, your parents will love it.
Ham? Look, we've known each other for quite some time now. Don't you think it's been long enough for you to remember that we only eat bacon in my house?
I must remember to get some milk today on my way home. Please, feel free to pay a visit to Cat's Tail anytime.
Enjoying the scenery?
Oh, Tongue Deaf Bard! Are you here for some food as well?
Oh, I can put something on your tab? Well, that's a pity. I already had a few drinks before coming here. I shall take you up on your kind offer another day. There should be no shortage of opportunities in the future. Anywho, you should be getting ready to thank me. I come bearing good news.
What kind of good news?
Behold!
It looks like a paper with a simple map and something like an incantation on it.
It's what you need the most right now. The answer to the prophetic puzzle. Simply head to the location marked on the map and you'll find the lantern you've been looking for. However, if I were you, I wouldn't just go and reveal the secret right away. As you've seen, a lot of people have been laboring hard to uncover the answer. A secret is like a well-aged brew. The aroma from the bottle is sweetest when revealed in the company of friends.
I understand.
Well, then it's settled. I'll leave you to your business for now. Feel free to find me for a chat again once you're done working through the prophecy. Also, if you have some time, we could organize another fast-track love poem class.
Oh, you're starting that up again?
I sure am. Nobody else has signed up this year, though, so the duty to learn falls on you. Anyway, see you later.
Benti always looks so relaxed whenever we run into him. Paimon can't help but be jealous.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, could I chat with you for a moment?
There's the person that was spying.
Who are you?
may call me Scarlet.
Hey, she's from Chechnya.
Just like you, I'm a traveler visiting Mondstadt from another land. Mind if I buy you a drink?
I'm not offering drinking today, but thank you for offering.
Leaving the door open for another time, I see.
Bet she likes
I can tell that
vodka.
you've dealt with a lot of people during your travels.
You can tell? Well, we are very experienced adventurers after all.
I can. That's why I tried to strike up a conversation with you in the first place. I was on my way to go shopping earlier when I overheard your conversation next to the crafting bench. From what I could gather, you were trying to investigate a bizarre prophecy?
Yep, bizarre is definitely the word.
Don't you think it sounds just like the kind of story that would happen in Mondstadt? Anyway, that's why I wanted to ask you a favor. If and when you manage to unravel the answer to the prophecy, could you let me know what it is?
Are you interested in it too?
Not so much the prophecy itself, but Mondstadt as a nation. That's what I'm interested in. I was born in a distant land, but I have family and friends who once lived in Mondstadt for a long time. They said that it's a great place full of fairy tales and romance and recommended that I come for a visit. As it happens, someone I know has an anniversary coming up soon. So I figured this would be a good time to come here and see all the sights that she once saw.
What do you think about Mondstadt so far?
It certainly lives up to its name as the city of romance and freedom.
We think so too.
So, about the prophecy.
No problem.
Thank you. You're very friendly. It's been a real pleasure to meet you. I'll leave it to you then. Hope you continue to enjoy the city and have a wonderful day.
She definitely isn't dressed like a local, huh? Where do you think her hometown could be?
Please find me a flower that is not of this world, and a guide who will never get lost. Find me one who would never lie, as well as a legend that never ends. I never thought I'd have someone secretly following me, even in a free city like Mondstadt. Good day to you, miss.
She's suspicious. Part 2 complete. Wait until 8 o'clock the next morning. Let's try this morning and see what happens. Probably not. Nope. Meow 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 meow. Pumpkin rolled over when I said that.
It's time! It's time! Let's go meet Sucrose and Kale at the crafting bench!
Today's recommendation is the
Hey, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, great timing. We got a lot of letters in the mailbox, and I just finished sorting them into 4 groups.
Nice work!
Well, the real work hasn't even started yet. Which batch of letters should we read through first?
Take a look at the clue board. Read letters about a flower that is not of this world. Read Tainari's letter. After our conversation the other day, I went over a prophecy's wording carefully. A flower that is not of this world sounds more like a logical paradox. Think about it. If a flower is not of this world, its existence cannot be perceived. However, if it can be perceived, it will not fit the description of the prophecy. As such, my view is that the riddle's answer doesn't have to be a real plant. However, I must also note that with due respect, that person who came up with this riddle may not know all the plants in the world, and I dare say that no one can make such a claim. From this perspective, you could even think of some rare plants as potential candidates for the answer. Okay, so this one goes along with the idea of a wind bloom, which is not a real flower, so that could be that. Read albedos. A flower is not of this world doesn't sound like an existing species or something created through specialized cultivation techniques. With that noted, I believe we should think outside the box. After reviewing what I've learned over the years, I have reached the conclusion. Sucrose also came to discuss her thoughts with me. She hasn't yet decided on an answer at the moment of me writing this letter, so I won't be revealing my own conclusion right now. We can discuss it in detail when we meet, and I hope everyone will bring their respective answers to see that. That wasn't very useful. And then what Sucrose said. It feels strange to insert a letter into the mailbox that I made myself, but I did find my answer. At first, I thought of the flower created using alchemy reconstituted as that is not of this world, according to prophecy, but after giving it more thought, I realized that instead of creating an actual plant, a flower-shaped mechanism made of alchemical products might fit the description better. So I arrived at my conclusion, a clock in the shape of a flower. The long passage of life brushes past the timepiece, leaving fluttering petals in its wake. The elapsing years stir up the leaves, pushing the needle of time forward. Alright, I see I can scroll down, so I'm going to double check and see if I missed anything down here. Yep, attached is a list of rare plant species. I've added a short description of each entry, and I hope you can find the answer within them best wishes. See you then. Alright. Read it. Let's do the guide who will never get lost. Mona. No one can confidently say that they will never get lost, but as long as their wishes to guide and help others does not waver, they will become a ship that can traverse the waves eternally. I didn't perform any divination before writing the letter, but I have a feeling that I will witness the truth behind the prophecy together with you all. And if you need me, I'll be at my place. Just call me at my place, I'll be there. I've been thinking about this for a long time before you came to me with this prophecy. It never crossed my mind that I could be a part of this. Well, as you all know, I'm probably the last person you think of when it comes to guiding others. I still have a long way to go, and I'm still trying to figure out how to peacefully coexist with everything in this world. But if you're asking about who can be of help, my friend Fischl and her friend Mona, the astrologist, are both very knowledgeable and brave. I say they're probably the ones you're looking for. That's my answer. Wishing you all good luck. Okay, so he said those two, they're probably not those two then. Amber. Guide is too grand a title for me, but I'd love to be everyone's friend. It's something I think I'm good at. I'm an attentive listener, and so do let me know when you feel lost. To use an analogy, I'm like a torch out in the wild. It will illuminate everyone's path so long as it continues to burn bright. Everything written down is not meant for Kale. Dear Kale, if you're reading this, please turn away. I've been worried about Kale lately. She's recovered from an illness, but she still doesn't look all that cheerful. It feels like she still has things she can't let go of. Allow me to write down my wish here. I hope that Kale can uncover the secret behind the prophecy and find her happiness. Wherever she is and whoever she becomes, I'll always be her friend no matter what. We're not the savior and the saved, but simply good friends. Aww. And then Mika's letter. I hope this letter finds you well. I didn't expect that I asked such a question, which caused quite a headache at first. I only know how to guide people in a geological sense. But on the journey of life, I'm still the lost kid who needs the guidance of others. But upon seeing your question, I immediately knew what I could help with. I tried drawing a map showing vegetation description for Mr. Tagnari and Ms. Kale, as well as a dragon spotting calendar for Mr. Sina. Both are attached below. In the next few days, I'll need to patrol with the captain and draw maps for Ms. Lisa, so I can only support you with my well wishes. My apologies, please forgive me. The map and the list will be of some help to you. Alright, let's look at what else. We got some stuff. One who never lies. Sino. You are correct to assume I seldom lie. This has to do with my upbringing. As a desert dweller who has been living within the academia since my childhood, my unusual identity makes it hard for others to trust me. And it would have been harder still if I was not honest. As a result, I learned to talk less and speak no more than what is necessary. Uncovering the secret behind the prophecy may come with its peril. If you need someone who would never lie, I can join you. Aha! I suspected it. Okay. Rosaria. I must make one thing clear first. I am not someone who would never lie. After hearing your question, I thought about the many things in the past in earnest and recalled many occasions upon which I lied. I often made up excuses to avoid choir practice. I also tell white lies too, sometimes to make myself happy and other times to allow myself to give up on some struggle. The nicest lie I've ever come up with is one I told Varka, that I didn't want to stay in Mondstadt. Varka responded with another lie, that was his advice to me. Your current abilities are not suited to life beyond Mondstadt's borders. It can't be the answer to this question, but I suggest that you consider what never lying actually means. Does it mean to never deceive, or to never lie with ill intent? It's a pity that I'm not the one you're looking for, but I believe that someone who meets the requirements will turn up. Good luck, Rosaria. Alright, Razor. I asked my teacher Lisa to write this letter. It's much better than the ones I write. Many thanks. I don't lie. I trust you. Come to me when you need me. I will always be there for you. Aww. Alright, letters, a legend that never ends. Lisa's letter. Legends were created by humans. In that sense, no legend endures forever, and all stories must end in regret someday. But as long as a good story lives in people's hearts, it does in some way live on forever. That's the conclusion I've come to after years of reading. Anyway, best of luck, little cuties. Lisa. Clee's letter. Mom writes travel guides, son, but she did have friends who wrote fairy tales, so Clee's heard that a story its author spends their whole life writing will always be a good one. And then Colin's letter. I think a legend that never ends should be a story filled with hopes and dreams. It works like a baton that's passed from one person to the next, offering something meaningful to everyone that it touches. I was once greatly encouraged by such stories, so I think I'll be going with this answer. Alright, we did them all.
Let me quickly summarize what we found out about a flower that is not of this world. Tighnari believes that on closer examination it might be logically paradoxical, while Albedo says that his answer would be better discussed at length in person. As for my answer, I think a clock in the shape of a flower would constitute one that is not of this world.
Here's what we've gathered regarding a guide who will never get lost. Mona said that she'd like to join us in uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bennett suggests Fischl, Mona, or the Traveler as potential candidates. Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master Tighnari and wrote up a dragon spotting calendar for Saito. Amber also wrote in. She said that she sees herself as nobody's guide, but everybody's friend.
As for one who would never lie, Rosaria removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Sino are willing to support us in our search. Timaeus seems to have forgotten to write to us.
And finally, this is what we've gathered on a legend that never ends. Klee said that her mom has a number of friends who like to write storybooks. Lisa believes that legends live forever in people's hearts. I think that for a legend to be never-ending, it has to be filled with hopes and dreams, and actively passed from one person to the next.
So, what are the answers to the 4 riddles then?
You're really smart, Paimon. I bet you can figure it all out in no time.
Or, let's all share our thoughts on what we think the answers might be.
Wait! Wait for me!
Timaeus, what brings you here?
I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get around to writing that letter. However, I'm happy to announce that I think I can be the one who would never lie.
Huh? This is kind of sudden. Not that we don't trust you, Timaeus, but, could you elaborate a little after you catch your breath?
It could be him, because he said until I find my girl, and he probably never will.
Of course. Do you still remember the time I, collaborated with a certain Miss Ying-R?
Rings a bell.
Well, basically, she helped me out a lot with my research into potion making once, and, well, we've stayed in touch through letters ever since.
Wait, so Ying-R is the girl from Liyue that Sucrose mentioned earlier? We always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the crafting bench. So you've just been writing letters to Ying-R the whole time?
I haven't seen her in a while.
No, well, I mean, not all the time. I've done some work too. And anyway, our correspondence covers a lot of serious topics, like perfumes, potions, alchemy. Anyway, a few months ago, I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true to myself and never utter an insincere word until the day that I've managed to win Miss Ying-R's heart.
So, at Star Snatch Cliff, you were picking Cecilia's as a gift for Ying-R?
Well, that's right. The Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart, transformed by the power of love. I couldn't think of a better flower to give than that. I know full well that Miss Ying-R is far more knowledgeable than I in both the ways of the world and the ways of our craft, but I thought I should make the effort for once and put myself out there. Which brings me to the subject of the last few days and the Windbloom Festival. I thought it was time for me to invite Miss Ying-R to Mondstadt. But yesterday, Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help another girl achieve her dream.
Huh?
And when I went to take a look at our roster, I saw that she'd done my remaining work for me. I feel incredibly guilty. I've been spending all of my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending over backwards to help other people. How could I ever hope to be worthy of Miss Ying-R's love if I'm so selfish?
Oh, Timaeus.
And that's why I've decided to join you.
But then what about Ying-R? Yeah. Haven't you been planning this for over a month now? You said you were gonna invite her to Mondstadt.
Well, yes. I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another gift with my hand-picked Windblooms, along with a handwritten letter. I explained that a matter of great importance has presented itself to which I must devote my full attention for the time being. As soon as it's resolved, I'll make haste to Liyue to pick her up in person. I made sure to package the gift and letter with the greatest care. All I can do now is hope that she'll understand. Point being, please know that I sincerely want to support you in this endeavor. Plus, I think I'm an honest person. As far as I recall, I don't think I've told a single lie in my life.
Well, you certainly convinced Paimon with that speech. Don't worry, Timaeus. We won't let your determination go to waste.
You haven't been watching for that. That would be so interesting.
Ah, thank you, everyone. I promise to do everything I can to help.
Okay, so it looks like we found our one who would never lie.
Great! Let's keep it up. On to the other three.
After some discussion, they decided on the final pick for each part of the prophecy.
We'll do the honors. We have with us here the flower, the guide, the legend, and Timaeus.
Huh? Why did you only say Timaeus' name? You should say my name too.
All right. We also have Klee.
That's me!
With Klee here, this all somehow feels like we're getting ready for a field trip.
There's nothing wrong with a more relaxed atmosphere, is there?
Now, Beta, have you figured out your answer?
Of course. We will soon see if my hypothesis has any merit.
Actually, I'm still feeling a little nervous.
Me too.
But weren't you all fired up just a moment ago?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's do this.
Actually, I'm a little worried too. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. I know what you're feeling.
Saying anything becomes so much harder when there are so many people watching.
Well, does anyone know the exact location of where we're headed, or should I do a reading on my scryglass?
According to the prophecy, once we've figured out the answer, we should test it at the Lantern of Utmost Joy. Wait, but where is this lantern?
Oh, we know something about that.
I've already found out where it is.
What?
You make up a story about how you discovered the location by divining the wind.
That's amazing. You really know how to do everything under the sun.
Then we'll let you lead the way.
Follow me.
This is it. We're off to find the secret location of the Lantern of Utmost Joy.
I may have to leave in about 10 minutes, so it might cause me to stop the video, but we'll get as far as we can. Aw. I can't let you join right now. Another time.
According to the map, it should be somewhere around here.
Let me take a look.
Lantern of Utmost Joy is the sun?
I don't see any lanterns here. Now that I think about it, the prophecy didn't say anything about what the Lantern of Utmost Joy actually looks like, right? Maybe we've overlooked something?
Traveler, are you trying to figure out something else from the paper?
Exactly. Auntie's note here says we should look up and see the answer from the sky. It's the sun.
Huh? It says to look up, but there's nothing above us. The wind didn't trick us, did it?
The slip also says now you should recite the incantation. Paimon, can you take a look at this?
The squirrel on the back of the pointy-eared cat, and a pious puppy will open the doors to show you the way. Huh. Paimon read the whole thing out loud, but nothing's happening.
Look, the wind is blowing!
What a strong wind current. Let's ride it up and see where it leads us.
Huh? We'll have to fly up there? Can someone carry me with them?
Here.
This is the first time I've ever flown like this!
I can grab that. Yes.
How did this little island get up here in the sky? Did somebody make it?
Just to be safe, I've been jotting down our entire route here. This way, no one will get lost.
Oh, good thinking, Kale. Huh. Who would have thought we'd find this kind of table here? Weird. It's almost as if someone was holding a tea party.
I never would have guessed that such a place could exist. Right above Mondstadt, too.
Wow, look at that pretty lantern on the table. There's even a chair for each side of the lantern, too.
There seems to be something on the back of this chair. Let me have a closer look. Take your seat, present your answers, and you shall reach enlightenment. Well, as far as instructions go, I guess that's simple enough.
So we just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
Huh? What is it, Albedo?
We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats. Everyone, please stay clear for a moment.
Everyone vigilantly watches as Albedo conducts a thorough investigation.
Questions and doubts aside, the scenery here is pretty amazing. It'd be impossible to feel stressed here.
How is everything, Albedo?
Everything seems to be fine. I didn't find any traps or suspicious mechanisms, but I also couldn't find any overt destructive devices.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, it seems that wrong answers won't have any catastrophic consequences. Looks like we'll have to sit on these chairs and fulfill the prophecy. Everyone, I would like to suggest that we try some risky answers on our first attempt. Let's reserve our most confident answers for the second round.
That sounds kind of smart. But why?
Ah, I get what he means. If we do as he says, then we may be able to figure out how the puzzle works.
I see. That makes a lot of sense. Mona, is there something wrong? You're not looking too good. Oh, are you hungry? I brought some snacks.
Thank you for offering, Klee, but that's not quite it. While Albedo was checking just now, I gave my scryglass a spin hoping to find some information. But there's a strange aura to this place. It's almost as if someone has been staring at me as soon as we step foot in here. But if nothing here has actually been physically tampered with, then no. Could that person be?
Mona just shivered. Did she sense some kind of great power?
Mona? Who could it be?
Never mind. It's not like I've got any proof.
Don't leave us on the edge like this, Mona.
I'll
just do what Albedo said.
Yes. Let's test the hypothesis together, Klee.
Come on, join us, Mona.
Oh, all right.
Okay, then I'll answer the first question. If someone were to ask me to find a flower that is not of this world,
You can do it, Sucrose.
Then I would fetch a Tetratanic sweet flower.
Alright, I'm up next. My part of the prophecy is to find a guide who will never get lost.
Kale, I hope you found your answer.
My answer is that I will be that guide. For a long time, I have been guided by others. It's taken me a while, but I finally made it to where I am today. Although I still haven't made a name for myself, and I'm still quite immature, I would still like to put my name forward. Because I would like to become a guide that can help others. I want to help others the same way Amber, Master Tighnari, Cyno, and everyone else helped me. Now it's my turn to pass on the gift that I've been given.
All right, it's up to me to answer the third part. I'll submit myself as one who would never lie. Although I've never really had any other virtues or talents, I'm confident that I've always been an honest person. I'd like to thank everyone, too, for giving me this opportunity to validate myself.
And last but not least, I will answer the final part of the prophecy. There's no tale more befitting the title of a legend that never ends than our fates as human beings.
Wait! The lantern just lit up!
Whoa!
Whoa! All four sides of the lantern are glowing! Huh?
But all we give has been a batch of test answers.
Kale, could I ask you to stand up for a second?
Oh, alright. Huh? What's going on? Why is it lighting up regardless of who's sitting in the chair? Didn't it say we have to answer all the questions correctly?
It's pretty clear now, isn't it? We've just proven that there is no right answer for this prophecy.
No right answer? But how could that be?
Although the instructions had come from an old and enigmatic prophecy, it is in fact nothing like the ancient mechanism that we had all imagined it to be. I believe the lantern only serves as a simple signal.
And to think, I never expected you to actually find this place.
What? There's someone else here?
We meet again, traveler.
Hey! You're that Outlander we met the other day at Good Hunter!
It's all thanks to you that I was able to find this place. Good thing that you were too preoccupied with the prophecy to notice someone tailing you from the shadows.
Oh, is that so? Then, why do I spy yet another person following in your shadow?
Wait, really?
There's no need for pleasantries. You should know I'm here for you.
Is it just because I'm a visitor from abroad?
I was there when you snuck your way into Marjorie's place.
Huh. So you had your eyes on me even then, huh? That was 2 whole weeks ago, you know.
It's hard not to notice you when I'm on duty every day.
All right. In that case, I'll admit it. I was the person who slipped this prophecy into the storybook.
Huh? But why? Then, does that mean this wasn't a real prophecy after all?
Don't worry. Even though you probably have plenty of reservations about me, you can be sure that the prophecy is genuine. In fact, many of you here today may have heard the code name of the one who left the prophecy to me. She hailed from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom used a single letter to signify themselves.
Who would have guessed? It seems that power was indeed left behind by the old hag after all.
Ah, so you're B's student. It's an honor to meet you. I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
What are you talking about?
It's a long story, but I'm not quite sure that I'm the best person to tell it. Since you've all spent so much time and energy trying to decipher this prophecy, you must also be very interested in the secret behind this lantern, no? The lantern has already been lit. Now then, please allow me to disturb your happy peace.
Alright, I actually am out of time, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the video for now. Well, I'll let you know what happens at the very end. It's only a little bit left anyway, but I don't have time to stream to catch anyone else, so we will have to run, but talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Possibly see you tomorrow or next week.